In my intro, I recounted some stories for tracks 1 to 12 on my playlist. For the second half, here's a bit about the bands and artists performing in tracks 13 to 24. In track 18, Yo La Tengo, singing Tom Courtenay from 1995. Yo La Tengo, or YLT for short, is Spanish for I Have It. This cult indie rock combo was formed in Hoboken, New Jersey in 1984, taking their name from a famous confrontation at a New York Mets baseball game in the USA. Described as the quintessential critics band, they play mostly their own material but have a wide repertoire of live and recorded cover songs. I came across a wonderfully slow and eerie cover of Simon & Garfunkel's Sound of Silence. Track 20 is Errol Flynn from the Dogs d'Amour in 1989. The Dogs are a bluesy hard rock London band formed in 1983. Their music has been intriguingly described as a mix of Rolling Stones, The Faces, and Hanoi Rocks style glam punk. Whilst particular popular bands of the time followed the trend for misogynistic themes, the Dogs went their own way with more romantic themes in a poetic style. Unsurprisingly, Errol Flynn had a strong country and western feel several years before alt country came into vogue. In track 22 we have Sigourney Weaver from John Grant, former frontman of the Czars alt rock band. The song is taken from his debut album Queen of Denmark in 2010, which was named Best Album of that year by Mojo. John is an enthusiastic musical collaborator and worked with a host of stars including Sinead O'Connor, Goldfrapp, Elbow, Beth Orton, Kylie Minogue, Robbie Williams and many more. Born in Michigan in 1968, he grew up in a conservative Methodist household, unlikely to have been the easiest place for coming to terms with his homosexuality. Whether connected or not, he moved to Iceland in 2013 and recorded his experience with HIV in lyrics to the song Ernest Borgnine. Grant has lived in Reykjavik ever since. The last track on my playlist is Grace Kelly by Mika, which topped the UK charts in 2007. Mika is the stage name of Michael Holbrook Penniman Jr., a Lebanese-born British singer-songwriter. The annual BBC poll of music critics at the time predicted he would be the #1 breakthrough act in 2007. Despite the welcome acclaim received for Grace Kelly, it is at heart a very personal protest song about the way record companies try to mould and style up-and-coming musicians to fit established audience preferences. Perhaps overlooking some obvious differences in voice and ethnic culture, his record company got busy modelling his new look and sound upon Craig David, very popular in the UK at the time. Mika recalls, "They said, 'Listen, you're not weird enough, you're not indie enough, not pop enough, you're like a strange thing.' I went home and I was so angry, I thought I was going to get signed, so I wrote the song saying, 'I can be any colour you want. What the hell do you want me to be? Should I look older? Should I bend over? Just to be put on your shelf?' At the end, I was like, 'All you think about is money, so ka-ching! Take that.' And that was the song." Mika's first full-length studio album, Life in Cartoon Motion, was released in 2007, his breakthrough year, and, contrary to the record company's brutal list of his deficiencies, sold more than 5.6 million copies worldwide, helping him to a Brit Award and a Grammy nomination. Well done, Mika. Thank you for listening. I've been Maxime Moyer. I'll talk to you again next week. Goodbye.